Alright, so in a previous video I did make a beginner's tier list. So now we're going to be moving on to the mid-game tier list. So mid-game will just be towers that are just more expensive than sniper and in general are considered mid-game. Alright, so first things first, we have the patrol boat. Now patrol boat is very iffy. It works in only certain situations, such as if the map has water or not. But overall, the flamethrower is actually very good because its tick damage is pretty nice, and it also has the explosive and missiles that it shoots passively on the top path. So I'd give this a solid A tier. It's also very good for elite mode or intermediate mode or any mode that has armored enemies in general, but you must have a map that has water in it, otherwise it's redeemed as quite useless. Next up, we have farm. So this can go two ways. Depending on the user, you can either have a whole bunch of health and a whole bunch of money, or just a big cash grab. For me, farm is an easy S tier, only because, well, you can have up to 8,000 health and tank multiple enemies at a time if you choose the top path. And not to mention, you get more money depending on how many units are around the top path. Bottom path, however, goes for more money, but you won't get any more extra life. But honestly, I think it's worth it because, well, it's money in the end. Alright, moving on, we have barracks. Barracks easy S tier, mainly because, well, it's soloed elite mode on Sky Islands, and it got nerfed to the ground. However, it's still pretty OP. Even with all those nerfs, and it is super diverse. You can have top path that goes for stealth and boss shred, and bottom path that goes for pure utter chaos. And honestly, I just give it a just radical. It's just radical. Next up, we have the EDJ. Now the EDJ is just radical, plays music, buffs your towers a lot, diverse for almost every single round. Actually no, diverse for every single mode, and it serves a very good purpose. And if I'm being honest, you don't have this tower, you should probably get it soon, because, well, you don't have it, you will struggle quite a bit. Alright, now we have John. John is a pretty good early game defense tower. It also has hidden detection, however it's on the last level on the top path, which is pretty bad. It has stun immunity on its second upgrade on the bottom, which is also pretty nice, and it's super cheap to place, and you have the John ability. Now, because of the price and because of the fact that it gets hidden detection on the last level, I'm putting it at A tier. However, that doesn't mean it's a bad tower, it just means that it's pretty expensive and you probably want to get something else other than John before placing it. Moving on, we have the laser gunner, just radical. I love the design, it's funny Master Chief dude, and yeah, it's hidden detection on level 0, has insane fire rate on both paths, and, well, in general just shreds. Top path goes for pierce, bottom path goes for general stat balanced attacks, and yeah. Alright, so I know this tower is not in the game yet, but the helicopter, I will consider this mid-game, but it probably will be end-game. I do not have any experience with it, but judging the fact that it won't go in circles is just radical. Immediately, it's just going to be put in radical. Mainly because, well, it's not going in circles. It's going to be like Bloom's TD6, where you can like move your mouse around or move something around, and it will target that location and probably auto-aim itself. So yeah, and yeah, that's basically the mid-game tier list. I know it's pretty short, but the end game one will be next, and yeah, expect that soon. So if you enjoy this kind of content, be sure to subscribe, like, and of course comment down below on what you want to see next. And in the meantime, I'll see you guys pretty soon. Goodbye.